have to.
I'm gonna see. Yeah, you have to address me.
You already
You've been
did.
Moshe, you're in? Moshe was there. I was standing next to Moshe listening to this. I sometimes give my kids, what's it called, shoulder ride? Whatever you call it. What's this called again? Shoulder ride? They love that. These types of things, kids will really remember that. For life, down the road. Okay. The reason I'm talking about Shnai Mikveh Targum, what shaykhs, because very famous Sefer Shmais, beginning Sefer Shmais, it's well known that Va'elish Shmais stands for, anybody know? How do you read it? What's the Rashi did? Just the Shmais, but there's a very long one, like V'chol, I don't even know, like V'chol Ish, Sha'iskim B'Teira, V'Shnai Mikveh Targum, Zecha, whatever, has a whole Rashi Tevis. So all the Svarim they talk about Shnai Mikveh Targum here. It's a famously Baal Turim. I went to go check it out before Shachris. I always said the Baal Turim. I couldn't find it. So if you could find it for me, I looked at the beginning of Shmais. I was not able to find it. If you want a Richas Yamim, anybody want a Richas Yamim? I raise the hands. Yisrael, take for it. I know somebody right now. I don't want to say who it is. He's one of the oldest people in the world, probably. From person. He's really old. I mean, he's up there. There's not that many people his age. I don't want to say who it is. He is so makban Shnai that he can't see right now. He has people say it with him. Where is that?
The Baal
Turim, where? Okay, I checked in 3 editions of the Chumash. Before Shachris, I checked in the new one. I checked in the classic one over here. And all of a sudden, here it is. Thank you. Why is only this one? What's that?
I remember seeing it as a kid with yeshiva, and that's the Chumash we use.
Okay, here we go. I was looking for it. I'm like, the Baal Turim. The Eilish Shmeis B'nai Yisrael stands for Rashi Tevis. The Adam Asher Loimed Haseder Shnai Mikveh Targum. The Kol Noyim with a sweet voice. Yashir, I guess like singing. Yichya Shonim Rabbis Aruchim will live many years forever. This person who's very careful about Shnai Mikveh Targum, he can't see. He has people say every word of Targum, those hard words, and he still does it week after week after week. And it's really Gemara. The Gemara says, what is that? I know, they asked us. I'm not holding, there's so much of Shnai Mikveh Targum. They asked this question. I think the joke they say is you can just go chizuk right now. Yeah, like in the middle. Yeah, what did you say?
I was going to say what you just said.
Oh, I just said, yeah, it's chizuk, but I don't know. It's a better question. What's Pshat Shlosh? It should be in Bereshis. But it's here. And I'm telling you, it could change your life. I know it changed my life. Once I started doing Shnai Mikveh Targum, changed my life. I don't know why. The kedusha of it, the being involved in the parsha, the commitment. There's so many reasons. Plus the school of it. I beg you, and by the way, a lot of guys in the shul are doing it. People told me they've never done it before, are doing it now. Some guys feel shady. Some guys are doing it. But it's unbelievable, and it can transform a person. And the Gemara says, whoever does it, Lashon is, Mishnah Berurah brings it down, that whoever finishes the parshas of the tzibur, marichim la'yamav u'shneisav, marichas yamim v'shanim. The Chassam Sefer famously said that a lot of chashuv people say, I have better things to learn. Let me think of Chaim Brisker, Baruch Ber. It's like a waste of time for me. So no, marichim la'yamav u'shneisav, you won't lose any time from it. That's what the marichas yamim is. Even the time you spend in Shnai Mikveh Targum, you'll get that time back. Al Kapanim, let's go through a few of the halachas as a chizuk and to remind us of, I'm not going to everything, it's a big sugya, just a quick things. For some reason, growing up in yeshiva, again, you guys could speak for yourselves, you don't see chashuv people doing it. I don't know why. I never saw Rosh Hashivas doing it, I never even saw Rabbanim doing it sometimes, and it always bothered me. And deep down, that's why a lot of times I was like always, growing up, I don't know, no one talked about it, it was like more lenient. You heard a speech once in a while. How come you don't see a chashav a guy sit down? Let me see do Shnai Mikveh Targum. I see that in Gemara. Why don't I ever see a guy do Shnai Mikveh Targum?
Do it Friday night.
They do it quietly. They do it Friday night. Could be. What? By leaning is one time.
They do it during
So is it a chiyuv, or like, is there anything out there? So the Gemara just says a person should always do it, lo'ilum, like lashon of that. A person should always do it. But is it a chiyuv? So the Mechaber says very clearly, chayiv. It says you're chayiv, and it's based on the Rambam. Seems like from most people's sources, it is chayiv. You're chayiv. But in the backdrop, and could be this is where I don't know why people are lenient. You shouldn't be. I'm not coming to be lenient. I'm passing your chayiv. But maybe like there's like the zach where people come lenient because they say it doesn't say in the Gemara chayiv, and there are, I looked around, people that say it's not a chayiv gemura potentially. It's not like a spitz chayiv. I don't know. I'm coming out with halacha l'maisa. You're mechuyev. I personally do it myself. And Ramesh is a tshuva. Ramesh wrote a tshuva. People ask, do we have to do it? And he says, this Rash Shamoid Af Eitzel Harbe B'nei Torah. A lot of chashva people are being very weak about this. And he says, you're mechuyev to do it. And he says, even Reb Shimon Bar Yochai, who's Terasa Umanusa, it means he always learns and he's pater from like davening. We don't have that nowadays. But someone that's always learning is pater from a lot of mitzvahs. He says, even people like that, it's a chelik of limud HaTorah, and you're mechuyev to do it, every single person. You have to be a baki b'chol Torah kula. I'm not reading the whole tshuva. I'm passing right now. If somebody asks me, you're mechuyev 100%. But maybe there's some limud schos for people that are lenient about it. Fine. What's the reason to do it? There are different sources. The most famous idea is from the Lavush. It's to be a baki b'chol Torah kula. To be a baki. Okay? Should we know it? Should be fluent. The same way we have daf yomi. Same idea, being like getting through kol shas. There's the Indian of being fluent and knowing kol Torah of Chamisha Chamshe Torah. The chinuch, the famous Hagdama. The chinuch is it's a must read. His Hagdama to Sefer Chinuch, where he talks about the whole Seder Hadvarim of why they set it up, the Kriyas HaTorah we have in Shul, Shem Mechav Targum. It's all based on getting this certain clarity in Chamisha Chamshe Torah, and it will give you that Bekias, and that's why they instituted it. So that's the basic reason. Even kids, I don't know if anyone has kids that are old enough, but once your kids become old enough that they understand it and appreciate it, it could be, I don't know, 10, 11, 12, that types of those ages, even then, you're mechuyet to mechanach your kids. It's just like any mitzvah d'Rabbanan, same way you're mechanach them in halachas neres by ner Chanukah. It's a regular mitzvah that your kids need to have chinuchim. Okay, what is the story with, and everyone asks this, Targum, Rashi, English, Chinese, tell me what to do. Just give me the easiest thing. So the answer is, it's not so clear. It's not so clear. Pashtus, what they wanted was, according to most people, Mishabura says this as well, is to have 2 times Mikra and not a translation, rather a pirush, an explanation. What I mean is, taking out an English Chumash that just has a translation, that's not really what they wanted. That's just translating the words. They wanted more of a pirush, something that's explaining the words. Unklis is not just a pirush. It's not just a translation. People who think it's a translation, we never really delved into Unklis. You might not chap everything he's saying, but it's more of a pirush, an explanation. Okay? So Chazal, when they made the Chiyuv, they wanted Shnai Mikra, the Echad Targum. And that's what it is, set in stone. That is what it is. We don't know Aramaic. So if you do Shnai Mikra Echad Targum, you're Yotze the Chiyuv. Because that's what Chazal said. You're missing a lot of it because you don't understand Targum. But if you do that and you don't understand the Targum, in many ways it's very solid. Because that's what they said to do. It's like davening. You said Psukkah Zimmer today, you knew every word you were saying. I'm not sure, whatever. But Lamaisa, you said the words, you're Yaitza. So in many ways, it's one of the best things to do. But a lot of people say, I don't appreciate it. I can't, I'm not interested. I don't like doing Targum. So your other option is Rashi. Rashi is brought down, is very solid. It could be even better than Unklis. Why? Because it's much more of a pirush, and it explains it al pidivri Chazal, which is very solid. And therefore, it's also an unbelievable thing to do is Rashi. Now the best, the Yerush Shemayim does Unklis and Rashi. Okay, anything past that, come on, give me something else that's a little bit easier. Could I use English? So Pashtus you can't, but I looked around, there are people that say at the end of the day it's a translation, and there are sources, maybe the reason behind Shem Mechvech Targum, there's arguments about it. If you want to b'shas et chak, if you feel like you're not going to do anything else, You could take out in English and read the English. But according to Mishnah Berurah, you're not Yotza. Better do Targum and not know what you're saying. Sounds crazy, but it's better. If you could take any other thing that helps you understand the Chumash with English, that's great. So let's say you say, I don't learn Rashi, but learn an English Rashi. That's great. That's good. Just not a regular English translation. So just to wrap it up. Targum, even if you don't have it's fine, that's be'etzem l'chi, that's the best. If you can understand Targum, it's like unbelievable, but that's very hard. They actually have now great Targums from Art Scroll. Yeah, everyone, we have Nechum in the shul, it's great. Rashi is amazing. Targum and Rashi is like crazy good. English Rashi is great, even if you just read the English, okay? And again, Shasat Chak English. Anyone have any questions about this? Want to know something that they do specifically?
Rashi's missing a pasuk.
Oh, thank you. One of the problems with Rashi is you really need Shnai Mikra v'Chatargum 3 times. Some of them don't have Rashi on it. So there are limits that say it's okay, but most people say you have to say that pasuk twice, or 3 times, which starts getting like annoying. So I don't know. There is what to be Milam Mitzchos, that's an issue with Rashi.
Could you switch off Targum to Rashi?
Yeah.
To do 2 Aliyahs Targum then?
I think so, yeah.
Kind of morning, do the entire Chumash, the whole Targum, and then by leaning, do the last.
The last time Chumash?
Yeah, so do
Yes.
the Targum before that.
Thank you, Frahim. So you don't have to do, you always have to start with Mikra. Pashas is Mikra, Targum. But if you want to do Mikra, Targum, that's also fine. And if you want, you could be Yetza, you could say it while the Balkar is reading it and get your 3rd time Mikra. Yes.
Chara makes more sense to do Targum between because the
Yes.
point is to understand it, right?
I think Yaakov Kamenetsky held with Zivin Lachatchila, others, because learn the pasuk once, just get a basic idea. Learn the Targum to understand what he's saying. Oh, let me read the pasuk again. But there are those that say, no, it should be Shnai Mikra Targum. Don't do Targum Mikra, which also in a way makes sense, right? Read maybe the explanation and then say it twice. No. Mikra Targum, or Mikra Targum Mikra. So if you have any questions about what you do personally, come to me and I'll try to guide you. The guy, that's why it's very personal. The guy says, I'm not going to do that English. Do English. But to get up here and say English is good, Mishnah Berurah says it's not good. Okay, so it's hard for me to come out here and say clearly it's fine. So speak to me privately. How to do it? Pasuk by pasuk, great. Getting up to a peir samach, which means a gap, great. Reading the whole parsha, also pretty good. There are those that don't love it, but it's good. Read the whole parsha. Aliyas, there's no such thing in Aliyas in halacha. Okay, it's a made up thing in order for Kriya Satira where to stop properly. There's no shaykhs to being an end for Shnai Mikra v'Chatargum. It's not an official end. What's an Aliyah? I think the Levushas Gabai. I asked Sister of David Cohen, when did Aliyah start? Who made them up? That they're in the Chumash. The Levushas Gabai set it up. These Aliyahs, they're great because they fit a lot of guidelines. You're not allowed to stop leaning at any point. You can't stop before it paid too early. You can't start after. I'm going to halachas. Can't end off in the bad. No, there's many halachas why they chose these spots, but there's no shaykhs as being an official spot for Shnai Mikra v'Chatargum. What?
When did they choose these spots?
The Levushas Gabe, so I don't know, the 1700s or something. Yeah, we always had stops, but then they became official in our Chumashim. When did that come from? But if, let's say we make our own Haisafis, Chassidish Shuls make Haisafis, they figure out their own stops. But you have to be a little bit proficient in the halachas. Not everyone knows all the halachas. It's not that hard. You just have to know what you're doing. But the aliyahs are not really a real thing. Now, but it's brought down, Chaim Kanevsky and others, you could do aliyahs. You could do it because it helps you remember what day you're up to. I personally do that. I do an aliyah every day. It works for me. It makes sense to me. I do Sunday, I do Monday, I do Tuesday. That's what I do. It's been amazing. So it's definitely fine. Chaim Kanevsky did it, the others. So that's also good.
I heard the guy did it. I don't know.
He did every day. Did he do aliyahs?
I heard the Aliyahs.
So then that'd be fine. Even better. That's even better.
Wait, so you end by the pay, but which one?
I do an aliyah. I do like
No, I'm
shin.
saying if you don't do Aliyah, you can end.
Either a peir samach, or a pasuk, or the whole parsha. Pasuk, each pasuk, like twice pasuk targum,
So when you stop,
twice
then
pasuk
stop
targum.
after.
Stop anytime you want. Yeah.
Wait, you can be Masika. I thought this.
You're just doing a pasuk. I think so. Yeah. If you
And
do
then
it,
just sleep with your errand.
if that's what you want to do today, that's you want to do one pasuk. Yeah.
And then you start from the next pasuk.
Yeah. You're doing pasuk by pasuk. I think, unless I'm wrong. I could be wrong about that. But there is. If whatever you're doing, you'll be mafsek. If you're just doing one pasuk right now, so you're doing one pasuk today. I think so. Okay. When should you do it? When do you have to do a buy? So you could start doing it yesterday after Mincha when we learned Parshas Shmais is already, we're in Shmais land, so you can start doing Shmais. Okay?
Isn't it about this man?
Yes, there is a shaila about that, but yes, there's man and mincha, yes. Yeah. You don't have to wait, Yisrael's point, you don't have to wait till the actual mincha. Once you could daven mincha and you kalein Shmais, yes, you can start doing it. When do you have until? So the best time to finish it is before your Shabbos day Suda. That's the chatchila, before you start eating Shabbos day. If you have guests or any other time constraints, that's just a mitzvah and a mufkar. Don't go crazy about that. The next time, according to some Rishonim, you have to finish it by the mincha time. By mincha time is because when you start laning va'ira this coming week, so it's already the next thing. If you don't do it by then, you have to finish it by Wednesday, which is Tuesday night. Because really the first 3 days of the week are part of the earlier week. So you have till Tuesday evening. And if you don't finish it by then, you have till Simchas Torah. You know which Rishon held that? His name is Rabbeinu Simcha. I don't know if he had any connection with that, but he held you have till Simchas Torah to do it.
No, I heard.
Well, yeah.
Are you allowed to do it at night? 'Cause, like,
Oh, are you allowed to do it at night? Very good question. Are you allowed to do it at night? Al Pi Kabbalah, you're not supposed to learn Mikra or Targum at night. Has to do with Moshe Rabbeinu when he went up to Har Sinai and learned for 40 days and 40 nights. He didn't learn Torah Shabbat by day and Torah Shabbat at night. So Al Pi Kabbalah, you're not supposed to. It does not apply to Thursday night or Friday night. That you could. And if you learn it with Rashi is also good, because then you're just learning Chumash, and you learn with Rashi at night. Yeah.
I was just going to ask, I think I was not learning Torah Shabbat that day,
For some reason, that one, I don't know. No, that they don't say. I know. Not sure. Torah Shabbat is more like din. It's much more scary things. Torah Shabbat is more achmanas. So it could be doesn't apply that way. But Torah Shabbat you can always learn. With the trup, without the trup, better with the trup, not ma'akiv at all. So if you just want to read the words and not go, oh, one thing, if you're in a shul, don't annoy people. Okay? So I've been in shuls where a lot of guys, like a quiet shul, you're learning by yourself, the guy's like, and you're I can't even learn. So have in mind as other people here, say it quietly. There is a thing though to do with the trup, just be quiet, think about the next person. Someone said about being mafsik, better not to be mafsik. Okay? How crazy is it? Not so clear. And really, any learning ought to be mafsik. We're learning night seder, we're learning first seder. And all of a sudden, Gemara say, by the way, what did you have for supper last night? Big problem. You look at Gemara's, it's like learning like that in Bigul Torah. Whoa. You don't even want to hear about that. You don't want to hear about that. It's very scary. So they say, why should Shem Targum any difference? It's the same thing like that. But for some reason, it's brought down Shem Targum not to be mafsik. So whatever you can do, try not to talk. Sometimes I'm here, I do it. A guy passes by, I say, I do that to them. But if you can, don't be mafsik. Fell behind, yeah.
What happens if you talk? You have to start again?
No. It's not like, yeah, you can say amen. Yeah. You know, pasuk, try to finish the Indian if you can, even if you don't finish the whole pasuk, or finish the pasuk. Don't, okay, doing it in Chazeres HaShatz. Reb Chaim Kanievsky says in the back of Archas Yesher, he gives a lot of halachas at tefillah. He says, it's a mitzvah haba ba'avera. You will not even be yotzeh l'shleim nechveh chatargim. You're not yotzeh. And you will never see any success from any of your learning you do during Chazeres HaShatz. The best thing, if you go to a guy and say, what is the best thing you do in Chazeres HaShatz? Just be quiet and listen. It's the best thing to do. It's the biggest chus for you. The biggest chus. Okay, that's it. I know it's hard, but it's the biggest chus. What?
It's better look at your Gemara than your phone during Chazeres HaShatz.
So people ask us, what's the worst of two evils, right? These types of things. It's hard to know. You're like, between Averis, and that's like a whole, I think of another shit. Between Averis, what's the better thing to do? But there is something to say where a guy's holding in life. I'm not sure. I'll tell you why. Shall I tell you why? I'll tell you one Maisa. Somebody one time went over to, I think it was, I forgot which Rebbe. I don't want to say which one. He came to Rebbe and he said, Rebbe, he was boil a lady one night and he wants to get a kapara. So the Rebbe said, he's thinking about it, and he said to the Rebbe, she went to the mikvah. Like at least that I took care of. At least that part. So the Rebbe said, then I can't help you. You have to go to a different Rebbe. I can't even help you. So he said, fakir, it made it even better. No. It's one thing like you're in the Avera and you're like making it better and trying to, the guy did there, he messed up. You know, there's something about it. You could change a lot from that when you mess up. you're like trying to make things better and work it out in a lumdish way to make things okay, or not as bad, that's worse. Such a concept. So like sometimes you tell a guy, better to learn than to do that. It could be worse because he might do that the rest of his life. You look at your phone, that you might stop, right? You feel bad about that. It's like worse there. You're like, and is my point being clear? So like, maybe look at your phone. Do something worse that eventually might change and do the right thing. If a guy messes up, he forgot a week, right? People say, I'm so behind. Should I just start fresh or don't start fresh? Officially, based on Ramesha, I never saw his mefurish, you should go back because it has to be in order. But the Marsham and others say, start from now. And that's what I recommend. Just don't look back. Because everyone you get like, I'm not going to do it. Start today. Today's Sunday, Shemais, you can do it. Start now. Don't think about the whole life. You know, people say I should get contacts. I don't wear contacts. And I say, I don't wear contacts. He'll be so upset I didn't wear it the last 20 minutes. I'll go crazy from it, right? Don't look back. Look ahead. It's a foolish thing. Don't ever look behind you. You don't gain anything in life like that. Stop talking about it. I shouldn't start Daf Yomi because just start today. Pretend you're born today, okay? Just do whatever you're doing and start fresh. And the last thing is, if you skip a pasuk, you have to go back. Okay, you're not allowed to miss. Like you're within the pasuk, it's like, I skipped that. To go back is you have to redo the whole thing. I hope this is mechazik with these halachas. I'm telling you, it'll change your life. Please, and I'm asking you, if you could do it, take this on. I think it'll be an amazing Kabbalah for the rest of your life. And again, it's a chiyuv as well.
Where it's like,
Is every week its own shiur?